What's going on, everyone? Let's see who we got here. My bad for the tardiness. It's been a while since I've done this. I even forgot to put my rings back on. I was messing with washing dishes and such because I got to do home type stuff. I'm not rich enough yet to have a maid to do dishes all the time. And I forgot to put them back on. So you may not recognize me. I know I look a little naked today. I apologize for that. Let's see. Mark Rose, what's going on? Lucky Butter. Oh, it says have to catch the replay. Don't forget to show that Texas mascot custom figure some love. I will. I will one day. The new season's fast approaching. No kidding, man. They keep hearing all this football news. Mr. Jones says he late. Yes, it wouldn't be a proper live stream without me showing up late. Savage say what's going on. So what up, people, with the poomsit emojis? Rick Jones says first. Obi wants you going is what's going on, Marcus Yee. Savage Saint says washing dishes is go for playing with his Pikachu. Had to rock my Pokemon hat there. By the way, I got this hat for free. It's pretty dope. Got it from Box Lunch. They had sent me in the email. They were like, "Hey, here's $15 to use at our store." This hat was on sale for I think like 14 some change or whatever. Had it shipped to store, didn't have to pay shipping, free Pokemon hat. With the intention of one day going to a zoo or something and taking it for that exact purpose. So the fact that we went to California, we happen to be at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park, perfect opportunity. Rick Jones says, Sonny, did you get some sun in California? I don't really know. People kept saying that I was gonna get sun and all this stuff in California. I go down there and um, it was hazy. It's like fog everywhere. So I know some people said that, like, or some people there were saying that the fires in Mexico were throwing their smoke over there. So maybe it wasn't as sunny as it should have been, but it was still fun out there. It's lots of different experiences. It was cool though. I did like it out there. I am glad to be back here in Texas, though. I will say there were things that I missed about Texas. I know that in Texas, while I was gone to California, we had all kinds of like terrible thunderstorms, 90 something degree weather that felt like over 100 degrees. Like most of the time, if it was whatever temperature it was, it said that the temperature it feels like was like 11 to 15 degrees higher. So we dodged the bullet on that one. I was cool. I was like, all right, that works. But I am back here. It was a long road. Doom by 9000, I sent you the link, but I think they don't have this hat anymore. I didn't see it in the link that I sent you. I don't think they have this hat anymore. That kind of sucks. I only got it. When did I get it? A few months ago, maybe. I think I got it in February. I gotta say it slowly like that to make sure I get all the letters. Um, yeah, you're not the only person that asked about this hat. So I was like, oh man, that's cool. But yeah, no, it was cool. It was cool. But first, like we left Texas, drove. First of all, I want to put this out there. I got a rental car. They gave me a Kia Forte. I don't know if anybody drives a Kia Forte out there, but I put almost 3,300 miles on that car in 8 days. Yeah, in about 8 days, I put about 3,300 miles on that car. When I turned it back into them, there was like nail on the tire. It had no washer fluid. The brakes were squeaking. I drove that car like it's ridiculous how I drove that car. But yeah, I'm like, yeah, they should just not rent this one out anymore. Prescribed drone, what's going on, man? Dumbana says, Dumbana says, I want to be the very best. I can't say that without saying it in that rhythm. It's affecting me. No, yeah, but it was cool. It was cool. So we left Texas. We drove to Roswell, New Mexico. So we went west. to Roswell, New Mexico. Stopped off, looked at Roswell, walked around the little downtown area a little bit, saw the like alien designs and stuff that they had up there. That was cool. It was fun. What did we do from there? So we were there for maybe about an hour or two. Wasn't that long. We got there late. A lot of stuff was closing up, so we didn't get to do a whole lot. But it was fun. It was fun little thing to do. So when I went back to work, someone asked me, they're like, okay, so Sonny, since you've been to Roswell, all the alien stuff, do you believe in aliens more? And I was like, I don't know. The way they played it up, I don't know. I might believe in them less. Like they went a little overboard with some of the stuff, but we didn't go see the crash site. You have to book a tour like in advance. We didn't know that, so we didn't go see the crash site or anything like that. But it was pretty cool. Pretty nice people there in Roswell, New Mexico as well. So shout out to the Roswellians. I don't know what they call them. Roswellians? I don't know. But people of Roswell. Savage Thing says any sweet vacation finds. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. I didn't actually pick up anything, but we'll get to that. Where else was I? So we went for Roswell, New Mexico, and then we drove up New Mexico to Durango, Colorado. Very nice city. You ever have a chance to visit Durango, Colorado? It's very postcard picturesque city. Really nice. We stayed at one of the cheapest hotels we could find there, and they were really nice people. I was like, hey, y'all, I'm gonna give y'all a good review on Google reviews. But yeah, it was a really nice city. Driving through New Mexico was it was tough because at first you're like, oh wow, look at that, mountains. Oh wow, look at that, rock. And then you're like, okay, I'm done. I think I'm done looking at New Mexico. Oh wow, we still got 4 hours to go through New Mexico. And it was really boring. The radios kept switching off because they have zero reception out there. Cell phones got like horrible reception, so couldn't even like stream music to the car. So it's kind of like, oh. Yeah, it was a really long ride. And then as you're leaving New Mexico, headed through Colorado, you start to like get through like forest area, and the wildlife love running out because we were the only people on the road. It was just us and some moonlight and my headlights from the rented Kia Forte that I had. And I had to brake hard 3 times to avoid hitting deer. Or there was some other thing that I avoided to hit, but I don't know what it was. Mr. Jones says he's not allowed to tell us the truth. Them goons is watching. They might be. They might have followed me. I don't know. I ditched the Kia Forte in California, so I don't know if that threw them off my scent. Dumont 9000 says no family car games. I mean, it's not a whole lot you do here, but like I spy something green and it's just grass, or I spy something brownish reddish and it's just like rocks. And or like also we left here from Texas about 11 p.m. No, 11 a.m. We didn't get to Durango, Colorado. It's about 2 a.m. So it was a long trip up there. It's pretty tiring, but no, we didn't play any family games. So it's not a whole. I don't. That's what someone else mentioned too. Someone at work was like, "Oh, we played this family game." Blah blah blah. I'm like, what? We didn't. No, I've never heard of those games. But then again, I grew up poor. Our vacations were from Austin to San Antonio, and if you know how close they are, you'll be like, "That's only an hour and a half away." Yeah, I know. It's an hour and a half away from Austin. Nowadays, it's like 2.5 hours away because of traffic. But we didn't really have time to play a family game during that 1.5 hour trip from Austin to San Antonio. My kids were on their phones, but of course, reception kept going out. So a lot of times they're just looking out the window at rocks. Rick Jones says physical media CDs for long road trips is the way to go. Radio sucks. Yes, I do that when I have my truck and I'm driving long distances here in Texas. the car that we rented had 0 CD slots, so I couldn't put in. I couldn't have it. I had CDs ready to go, but there was no CD slot, then a CD player in the newer car, so couldn't do that. National, what's going on, man? Says, what up, Sonny? But yeah, the radio did kind of suck out there. We went to California. They did have a good radio station out there, though. Mr. Jones says, we played with the ashtrays in the back seat when we went to town. That was our vacation because we were poor. That's what I'm saying. Like, we just went to a different city in Texas back in the day. What did we play with when we went? I don't think we played with anything. Then we were just able to like eat a breakfast taco, and we were like, all right, we're there now. Not that it takes me an hour and a half to eat a breakfast taco, but it was pretty quick. Ms. Jones says, or play with the toys on the floor in the back seat because seat belts weren't required. Yeah, we had lap belts for the longest time. I thought it was so cool. I was like, oh, look, it goes across your shoulder, sister. Look at this. And other people were like, yeah, that's been a thing. That's been a safety thing for like 7 years already. I'm like, oh, I didn't know this was a thing. I'm in the back seat with it. They're like, yeah, that's the thing. Like my Skylark, I have a 72 Skylark, and it has no shoulder belt, just lap belts. Get in an accident, get cut right in half. But let's see. So we went up to Durango, Colorado, and then we went across like sideways almost to the Four Corners, which is Utah, New Mexico, Arizona, and New Mexico. Yeah, Utah, Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado. That's 4. We went there. We did our pictures. Like, what's up? They'll let you take 3 pictures limit, but of course, like nobody paid attention to that limit. It was funny because some people are like, I think they're taking more than 3 pictures. There's a sign. I'm like, yeah, there's a sign. There's not police saying you can only take 3 pictures at a time. Like, it's not even taking a long time. Like, one girl, she tried to have like a little photo shoot or something out there. It was really bizarre. I wanted to film it, but it might have looked weird. But first she squats down on all fours, like she's sitting in all 4 states, or like she's taking a drunk poop outside. Then she did like a crab walk across the 4 states. I don't know what was going on. That was weird. And then she did one where she like had her butt towards the camera, looked back, but she didn't really have a butt, so it was kind of like just long back look towards the camera. Is basically what it was. But then we went up. We took as many pictures as we wanted. Her little mini photo shoot took a little bit longer than most people were taking. I did hear a larger Caucasian gentleman behind me say, 3 pictures. Freedom doesn't stop at 3 pictures. And I was like, that's right, buddy. And I was like, he probably doesn't like my kind. But I was like, he makes sense. I'm gonna stop at 3 either. The Real Life Perspective Show. What's going on, man? Says, hey, Sonny, popping in to say hello. Glad you had a fun trip. I'll see you Friday. Yes, I will be live. I don't know where you are seeing comments. Check out the Real Life Perspective Show. I will be on with him this Friday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, live. Go check him out. Mr. Jones says, I hate long booty syndrome. Yes, that's basically what she had. It was just like, I can't talk. I'm pretty sure that's what I look like. Jens, what's going on, man? Howdy, Sonny. Welcome back. Hi, everyone. Thank you. Yeah, man. So that's the thing, too. Like, so we left here Saturday. We went to Durango, Colorado on Saturday, 2 a.m. Sunday morning. We went to the Four Corners, and then we were there for a bit, and then we drove through Arizona down to California. Got a little bit of late start. So by the time I was in California, we landed in California like 1 a.m. Monday morning. So I was like, man, I can't stream that Sunday night. Kind of sucked, especially because the reception was terrible in Arizona. Like, we went through 0 big cities in Arizona somehow. We like missed them all. Like, they had like Santa Fe. No, that's New Mexico. What does Arizona have? Phoenix, Arizona. We missed that. There's another one. I think it starts with can't remember. But we missed like every single big city through Arizona. And so I was like, man, we have zero reception the whole time. I had to use my GPS like a regular map. It didn't tell me where to turn. I had to be like, okay, in this long, make sure I take a left on uh 151. I don't remember what the street names were. But yeah, I had to remember how to use a map like back in the day. So I know if you're under 30, you're like, what's a map? They make physical maps. They do. But I use my GPS like a map. So that was not as fun as I wanted it to be. But using the map. But got to California to Oceanside because that's where my sister-in-law lives. Spent the night there. Then we drove up to Universal Studios. Wait, no, we stayed there for a day. The following day, that Tuesday, we went to Universal Studios Hollywood. My little one's highlight of the trip. I think it was my oldest one's highlight of the trip too. That was pretty cool. If you ever go to Universal Studios and you're thinking, do I buy a regular ticket? Do I get the express pass? The express pass is so much more expensive, but it's way more worth it because for most of the rides, you skip the line and go right on into the attraction, which what was it, Mummy's Revenge? It's a roller coaster. We found that out when we got on it, but that was such a quick ride that I was like, man, if we were not express pass holders, I'd have been highly upset that we stood in line for 30 seconds of a ride. Dubai 9000 says, that's funny. I told my son about paper maps the other day. See, there you go. I should have took a road atlas with the plastic ones that open up and then you have like a dry erase marker. Be like, hey kids, where do I turn now? I feel like a captain on a boat. But yeah, so we went on Mummy's Revenge, my little one's very first roller coaster. And like as we're getting into it, my oldest is like reading the app. He's like, oh, it says the Mummy's Revenge is the scariest right here. And I was like, oh, that's cool, man. She probably tells us that before we're adjusting our lap belts. And so Mummy's Revenge takes off. Takes off. And my little one's like, oh. And then it takes a deep dip into pitch black darkness. And I had no idea how my little one was taking it. He was sitting next to me. I was like, holy crap. I hope it's not too much for his little heart to handle. Like, I don't know what's going on with him. So he didn't enjoy that very much. But then we got on all the other rides as well. One thing that I can say is because they had the new Mario Kart, Mario Kart drop ride. It's inside Bowser's Castle in Super Mario Land, Super Mario World section, and that was a dope ride. You get into this little Mario Kart thing, you put a Mario Kart helmet on, and then you slap on some magnetic goggles. And on the goggles in the screen, it's like that augmented reality. And you have the little Koopa Troopa guys racing alongside you, and you steer with your steering wheel, and you have turtle shells to shoot at them. You shoot turtle shells at them. That was a cool ride, not gonna lie. That ride you cannot use the express pass for. So at Universal Studios, you can buy this little $42 wristband so the kids can interact with the Super Mario stuff. And they're up there punching blocks like beep, 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 beep. Daddy, I'm getting coins. I'm like, all right, cool. And then they have little activities for them to do so they can rack up some points and have to go fight Koopa Troopa or Bowser Jr. And you can only get to that Bowser Jr. attraction if you get unlock all the keys on the little wristwatch thing. So they both had that. My headset just go out. There we go. So they both had that. And we're in line to do one of those. And my wife's like, hey, while y'all are here, I'm going to go and wait in line for the Mario Kart. Y'all just come join me. I was like, great idea, honey. We'll see you in a bit. So about an hour passes, and she calls up and says, hey, y'all should come get up here. I think I'm towards the beginning. So like, all right, cool. She goes, just, say excuse me so you can get through the line. She, we got there early. She was waiting for an hour, which means there's people behind her that have been also waiting an hour or possibly longer. And there's only one way to get into that ride, and it's through that line. And so basically, it was just me and my two boys being like, "Excuse us, excuse us, excuse us, excuse us." I must have said "excuse us" for 15 minutes straight, the whole line through. Some people, I think, thought I was lying, and they thought that I really wasn't. They thought I was skipping. I did hear a guy go, "Oh, that's a great idea." I'm like, "It's not an idea, man. My wife's over there waiting for us." It was very. My oldest said it was very nerve wracking for him. He even he put on his sunglasses and put his hat low and was like didn't want to look anybody in the eye. I was like on edge because I was like, what if somebody doesn't let me pass? Then we're gonna have issues. And one dude challenged it. He's an older gentleman. He had his arm like this stretched out across. I'm like, excuse us, excuse us, excuse us. And I get to this guy. It's like the boss level of this line. I hit him with the excuse us. He didn't budge. He looked me dead in the face. So I had to hit him with the super powered up, stern, excuse us. And then he allowed us to pass by. I was like, all right, cool. Meanwhile, my little one, he's not affected by this. He doesn't think things weird about it. He's just like, excuse us, excuse us, excuse us. He's just walking all snaking through everybody. And I was like, man, I wish I had that kind of confidence right there. But yeah, so we get through the whole line. And it's like we finally get to where my wife is at. Get on the line, get on the ride. Totally worth that awkwardness with all the people in the park. Um, Part of me was like, maybe I should have a different shirt when I walk out of here. Some of these people aren't gonna like me. But nobody said anything. One girl tried to snitch on me to someone who was with her. She was like, "Hey, they're trying to skip," and he was like up in the stairwell area. He looked at me, I looked at him. He looked at me, I looked at him, and he looked away. And I was like, "Thank you, sir. You're gonna let me pass." And so we passed through. But very awkward way to start my day there at Universal Studios. But yeah, that was the only thing weird about that day. That I know nobody died in the park that day. It was cool though. We got to ride every single ride that was there except for Waterworld. The Waterworld was canceled or was closed. I don't know if it's broken or what. Obi-Wan Chigona says, were the rides better than the rides at Six Flags Great America? So I've never been to Six Flags Great America. I've been to Six Flags Over Texas, Six Flags Astro World, and Six Flags Fiesta Texas. So these rides are more interactive. I'll say that. So like roller coasters at Six Flags, it's just, oh, your roller coaster. Okay. You might see some things, but like this one, like they had a Harry Potter one. I'm not a Harry Potter fan, but my wife and my oldest are. So we went to Hogwarts and we went to the Harry Potter rides. They have one coaster which four of y'all sit side by side, and it's a sideways coaster. So you're like going sideways the whole time. It's like up and down and stuff like that. That was a cool one though because you're riding sideways, and then they pop you into like a bowl, like a little planetarium, like a mini planetarium, and then Harry Potter's like, "Hello guys, let's go over here. I got my broomstick. We're gonna get the little golden ball right there." And it's like it's like flying, and the seats moving and stuff like that. That was cool because they had like three or four of those little breakouts, and then they would go ride and ride and ride and stop a big planetarium again. And it's another thing. It's like ghosts, like rah, rah, rah. So it was cool. Let's see. Rick Jones says yes. Great American rides are medium. Universal rides are better. Oh, there we go. Rick Jones says Universal are better. Like I said, the interactive part was a cool thing. Uh, Transformers ride, that was a cool one too because that one is just like shook. You were in this thing and it shook you and rocked you everywhere. That was also a big planetarium style thing all around you, so you couldn't see edges. That was a cool one. It was funny too because like when you go to the rides, all the employees are dressed appropriately to the ride. And at the Transformers one, they're dressed in military gear. And you saw we there was some really frail older women in this baggy military clothes, like, oh hello, sir. Uh, yeah, you wanna go right over there? I'm like, that they don't even look believable. Some of them look believable, like that could be a military person. But those little old ladies, not at all. Do my 9,000. Would you recommend? I want to take my son to the Mario World. Yes, recommend it, 100%. It is a cool place. Go right when they open. We went like I think we got stuck in traffic, so we went like an hour late. Go right when they open and hit that Mario World first, so that way you don't have to wait in a huge line. But it is pretty cool. Rick Jones says last time I took 2 days to do Universal Fun Park. Yeah, I could totally see that happening too. Um, because you can get captivated in all the stuff that they have there. Like I like they had Springfield. I thought that was really dope. Got me a flaming Mo from Mo's Tavern. Uh, I went in, I ran in right before they closed. I was like, oh, let me get a flaming Mo. And the lady goes, it's just orange soda. I was like, I don't care. It's a flaming Mo from Mo's Tavern. Let me just have my drink, lady. So she gave him a flaming Mo. It's cool. It's a little glass with a little bottom part where they put the dry ice in there, and then it has holes in between. So then when the soda comes through, it activates with the dry ice, and it looks like smoke is coming out. It's pretty cool. Paco Gorge says, "Sup, son? Did you see any toy peeps in Cali? I did not. In fact, I hit up uh, Andrew Yen from Toygo. I was like, maybe his I'll go visit his store. But his store's closed on Saturdays. And then I was chit chatting with him on Facebook Messenger, and he was like, "Bro, you should have hit me on Facebook. I would have went." He goes, "I live 5 minutes from the store. I would have went and opened up, and we could have chilled and played with toys." I was like, "Dang it, I didn't think about that." But he was like, "Man, definitely, man. Next time you come, anytime you're there, man, you call, and I'll be right there, man. I'll open up the store for you." So I was like, "Man, that would be cool." But I did go to Frank and Son. That was the next day after Universal. Was it? I think it was, yeah, it was the next day after Universal. No, it wasn't. It was that Saturday. It was a Saturday after that. But no, yeah, Universal Studios I think is really fun, especially if you love all the stuff. Like Mario World is crazy because you step in there, you're like, oh crap, looks like Super Mario for real, for real. Like they got the piranha plants everywhere. Uh, the I think it was a chain chomp somewhere that I saw. But yeah, and then like Mario comes out, Mario and Luigi. If you want to take pictures with Mario and Luigi, you got to go stand in line like an hour to an hour and a half before they come out, so you can get a photo with them. Or Princess Peach. Princess Peach also pops out like, oh hey. Uh, yeah. But if you want a picture with them, you got to stand in line way beforehand. What else was there? There is oh, it's cool because people are dressed like Super Mario Kart pit crew. That's kind of cool. Let's see what else was there. Hogwarts was cool. I'm not a big Harry Potter fan, but that was cool. It's crazy too because like there was a bunch of people in wizard robes and wands walking around everywhere. And like if you were in Mario, a bunch of people had Mario clothes on or Mario Luigi hats. If you were in the Simpsons, people had Simpsons clothes on. That was kind of cool, like Simpsons characters and stuff. And then like a Where's Waldo book where you're like, oh, why is this medieval knight right here at the teddy bear picnic? You're like, oh, he's from the other page. You would see that. Like I was walking around Springfield. I'm like, what is this Harry Potter wizard nerd doing here in Springfield? Go back to where you belong. And they're like, that's not what we do, Sonny. We're all inclusive here. And I was like, okay, whatever. You can pass. But yeah, it was cool. I really liked it. It was fun. The rides were cool. The Mummy's Revenge was probably the fastest ride there. The Harry Potter rides were cool. Transformers was cool. Simpsons was I love the Simpsons ride. You go into Krusty Land, and so if you've seen the cover of the Travis Scott album, that's what you're basically looking at. But with Krusty, that was cool. Um, the only one that really wasn't a fan of was the Kung Fu Panda one. It was just like seats that kind of moved, like a movie theater. So it wasn't the funnest. Um, I think a lot of people were disappointed with that one, but other than that, it was cool. And then what did we do? Then we went to San Francisco. That's right. We left to San Francisco. Well, we stayed in LA overnight, and we went up to San Francisco, up Highway 1, but like part of the earth fell into the water. So we had to take some weird detours and all kinds of stuff just to try to travel the coast. And San Francisco was cool. They were like, watch out for all the homeless people. We get there, there's not a whole lot of homeless people. We got a lot of homeless people here in Austin. And I was like, this ain't that bad. And then as soon as the sun went down, all the homeless people came out. I'm like, wow, this is terrible. They have homeless people everywhere. So that was kind of awkward to see them all come out at night. And here in Austin, most of them are in the daytime. So it's weirder at night because you're like, I don't know where they're coming from. I turned my head this way, I turned this one, boom, there's like 50 more homeless people. They do have a lot of homeless people. That is a problem there. We went down Lombard Street, which is that little windy street, goes like this. Wait, like this. Like that. Goes like that. We went down it twice. You can only go like 12 miles an hour. So if you ever see a movie where they're racing through the streets of San Francisco and they're like going on that Lombard Street, no, they're doing about 12 miles an hour. It's so tight of turns, you can't do that. Also, if any of y'all live in San Francisco or near San Francisco, them streets are insane. I was in a little Kia Forte going uphill, and I was like, I can't see over my hood. Hope I don't run over anybody. And it would like drop down. It was crazy. But it was also cold up there. We saw some sea lions in their natural habitats. I did not try to catch the sea lions because I didn't have my Pokeball or my Poke hat with me. But then we went back down to LA. Then that's when I went to Frankenson on Saturday. And I live streamed from there. So I was like, all right, we'll see what we got going on here. La, 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 la. There was other people live streaming or recording video too, which I thought was cool. That way I ain't like a weirdo just recording everything. Uh, but it was early. I did go when they opened up at 9 and walked around for a bit. It was a cool experience to go. A lot of stuff was way overpriced. So I was kind of like, yeah, it's just like I'm just walking around eBay at this point or Mercari because it was like some crazy prices on stuff. One dude, he had all Bath figures from Marvel Legends. None of them were under $140, which is ridiculous because some of them are like, these are not, this is not the worth of this figure. But dude had insane prices on the stuff. And then it was funny too because I was like, oh man, they had some people like Funko Pops and stuff like that. And while my kids don't collect Funko Pops, my little one, he likes the I got this right here because it's messed up. But he likes the Five Nights at Freddy's Funko figures. And I was like, man, maybe they have the figure that he wants, which is a Sun figure. And I was like, I'm gonna go look to see if they have it. Each shop that I saw that had the Sun figure wanted $40 or more for the figure. These are only $13 in the store. So I was like, well, nope, not gonna get him no Sun figure for no $40. It's crazy. Cool story was came back to Texas on Wednesday night at 2 a.m. Got back to Texas. Thursday night, I had to take him somewhere. There was a GameStop right next door. I walked into the GameStop. They had that Sun figure for $13. Also used my $5 coupon for GameStop. Got him for like $8. So win for me. But that was back. Like I said, that tripped me out that they wanted $40 for that. But a lot of stuff was higher priced than like Target or Walmart. I did actually stop at the Target across the street from Frank and Son, and it was like clean, like you couldn't really find action figures over there. It's almost like they hit Target first and then go to Frank and Son and sell it for higher. One store, what were they called? Toy Galaxy, maybe? I don't know if it was Toy Galaxy. I don't know. Some store there. I followed them on Instagram because the guy was real nice. They had the new She-Hulk wave, They had a bunch of She-Hulk there. When I looked, I even looked, hey, look, guys, on live stream, they have She-Hulk. I walked around the corner, I walked back, She-Hulk was gone. They sold like all 5 of them at once, like that quick. They also had Cable. He was $30. Everybody else was charging 40 to $50 for Cable, but he was charging 30, which is it's reasonable since you can't really find it anywhere. But what else was there? There was he had the whole wave of them of that retro line. And while I was there, all of them but like two Cable sold out. Well, Cable's not part of that wave. So the whole wave except for one of the Zorro the Gay Blade guys sold out. And then like I said, he had two Cables still on there. Uh but yeah, he was real nice. His stuff was like retail price, a little bit higher for the stuff that you couldn't really find. But other than that, he was a really nice guy. He even told me, he was like, I go, man, I go, y'all had She-Hulk up here earlier. He was like, oh yeah, yeah. He goes, I called my guy and he comes in at 12. So he's gonna try to bring, or he said he starts his shift at 11. He'll be here by 12. I'm gonna have him bring more She-Hulk in case you need one. And I was like, okay, but I didn't plan on staying that long. So I was like, all right, cool, man, appreciate it. But yeah, he was a nice guy. Toy, oh man, I cannot think of the name. I want to say Toy Galaxy. I don't know why. It's a store. Like I said, I follow him on Instagram. Um, but yeah, he was a nice guy. Mr. Jones says that She-Hulk and Cable are nice. I keep hearing that. I do hear about that. But yeah, those are some good finds. They had a bunch of cool looking T-shirts and stuff. I wasn't really in the business of buying T-shirts right then and there, but they were nice and they weren't like too terribly priced either. They did have a ton of Funko Pops. They had a separate section, like towards the front of the store. If you headed all the way to the left, there was a separate section with like trading card stuff, like Pokemon and I Magic the Gathering. I guess I'm unsure what they were. Um, I walked into there and I was just like, wow, it just smells nerdier in here. No, I'm just kidding. But it was a whole different clientele than the action figure shoppers. But yeah, no, it was a nice experience though. It's a nice experience to go out there. I didn't buy anything because, like I said, I didn't really see anything that was like, oh man, that's a good deal. I did appreciate that. I saw a lot of more rare items or older items that I had never seen before I started collecting, so I didn't pay attention to them. So it was cool to see that stuff there on display. Some of them had pretty cheap prices for them, but it wasn't something that I wanted to necessarily mess with. There was a McFarlane store that everything was like $5 to $10 more than you would find in store, which I was like, that's crazy. I don't know. It's crazy when I see a McFarlane figure higher than retail. That's still pretty new, you know. Well, actually, they had Devastator. They were selling him for like $60. When he came out, he was $14 and some change at Walmart. So it was crazy to see him that high priced. Yen says, I have the whole Zabu wave except for Cable. And it's driving me crazy because I want to build Zabu so bad. Cable has the right or the front leg, right? Of him, I think. I have seen that line. I saw Red Widow at GameStop the other day. That's the only one I've actually seen on shelves anywhere is the Red Widow. Oh, and what's the is it Iron Man that doesn't come with the bath piece? I think which one is it? Whatever one doesn't come with a bath piece, I saw that one too. But yeah, no, Frankenstein it was cool. It's a cool experience. For some reason, I thought I had to pay to go in. I don't know why. So I was like, oh, here's my cash. Cable and Wolfsbane are the only ones I got from that wave. Wolfsbane looks cool. Did I see any? I didn't see any Wolfsbane. The only ones I saw at Frankenstein from that wave was Cable. A lot of people had them. Yeah, there you go. Marcus G. Marcus G. What's going on? Superior Iron Man doesn't come with a bath piece. That's the one I'm talking about. Yeah, I saw that one as well. Um, but yeah, no, Frankenstein, it was cool. They had some interesting mouse pads there. Almost bought one or four, but it was funny too because so the mouse pads. I don't know if y'all saw my Instagram post. It has a anime character, and then if it's a girl, it has her boobs. So you rest your wrist between her boobs for mobility and ergonomics. But the funniest thing was they had dude anime characters with their back turned, looking like that. That was their butt cheeks. I was like, this is hilarious. Oh man, I like that. That was so funny. Rick Jones says, if you don't care about cable, that part might be cheap. Oh, just to get that piece. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because a lot of people are cable already. Like I said, it was there at Frankenstein, so I know everybody in California has the chance to get that. Like I said, most people were selling for 40 to 50. He was that one dude, Toy. God, I want to say Toy Galaxy. Pretty sure that's what it is. He had it for 30, so you can still get it for pretty cheap. Dubanatan says, "Oh, that's what that post was. Yeah, it was mouse pads with boobs and booty cheeks for for your wrists to rest on." Oh man, I couldn't stop laughing when I seen it. I realized I looked like a perv taking pictures of it, but I was like, I don't really care. I gotta. This is hilarious. Everybody needs to see this. Matlogic 44, what's going on, man? Rome Collector 84, what's going up? Says, hey, what's up, Sonny? We're just talking about my California trip. You joined us in the Frankenstein segments. It's a cool experience. It's cool little store to go, or a cool warehouse to walk into. When I walked in, it felt kind of like Sam's Club for some reason. I was like, oh man, I got a membership card. I got to do that here. The people working there look like they do not care about toys at all. Like the people that have the Frankenstein shirts, they look like they. Some of them looked at people like, people disgusting. And I was like, hey. And I looked over and I'm like, okay, I get it. I get the point. I get it. But yeah, it was a nice experience. I didn't pick up anything. Like I said, there wasn't anything really that I was like, oh man, that's a good price. I should get that right now. There was a store that had SH figure art stuff, but I overheard a conversation. Um, and oh, Matlogic 44 says it was Sam's Club before. That makes total sense then. Okay. Um, I overheard a dude talking to a guy who owned a store that was selling a bunch of SH figure art stuff. And he was like, how much is this? And the guy was like, oh, that's going for 170 right now. Why? What have you heard? And the guy was like, oh, I've been seeing that go for 65 online. And the guy was like, yep, yep, yep. Uh-huh. Well, it's kind of hard to find. And I was like, you're making excuses. Obi-Wan Chigona says, purchase any Grail pieces. I did not, but I did see Fin Fang Foom and Dragon Man. I saw a Dragon Man for $700. I was like, wow. Either $700 or a bloody fist from breaking the glass to get it out. One of those is cheaper. Marcy says, by any chance did you see a Marvel Legends Power Princess? I did not. That would probably been the one that I would have picked up because I have not ever seen that in store, and apparently it's very hard to find at this point. But she looks really cool. But no, I didn't see her at all. Olu says, I'll get Wolfsbane, but the rest of the wave I'll chance to discount. I don't think we'll see Cable go to discount. I think too many people have been wanting that style or that similar style of Cable. I don't think we'll see him go to discount. I am chancing most of that wave to discount though. Speaking of that, y'all saw that the Strife 5-pack is hitting Ross stores, so $25 as opposed to the $125 I think it was when it came out. So if y'all can find it, good job. It's pretty good. Way to get 5 figures for $5 a pop at that point. But yeah, so I left Frankenstein and didn't get anything. I actually didn't buy any action figures while I was down there. If Toyco was open, that might have been a different story. But yeah, Cable is hot right now, says Rick Jones. Oh, that's funny because when I was younger, we also used to have hot cable. Let's see. Marcy says that's wild. Mr. Jones says, yeah, they're out here in Houston, but I got it back when it released. Molotov Folktale says, hey, Sonny Crew, what's with the bait and switch? I thought this was the King of the Block show, reported from False Info. That's all we do. All we do. I pretend that I'm something that I'm not. That's the way it's got to be. Uh, Miss Jones says they do have an Inspector Gadget, and I need that. Inspector Gadgets. In my head, I played the theme song to Inspector Gadget. Multi Folktale says, normally I'd say hit the like button, but no king of the block, no like. You know what? He's in my kitchen. I left him in my kitchen. I was like, where is he at? I forgot. Took the picture over there and I left him. Or I took it outside and I left him in my kitchen. But yeah, no. So Frankenstein was cool. I didn't buy anything. I did see people like they sell big prop replica swords and stuff, like from Final Fantasy and such. Those were cool, but I'm not gonna get on an airplane with that. They're gonna kick me off. Because I drove up there, but then we flew back, which I was glad for because I had to drive through Arizona, New Mexico again. Man, I don't know. I'd have been like, this trip was a waste. No. No, sorry. If you live in Arizona or New Mexico, you should move. Now, I don't know. It's probably nice in the cities. We didn't really pass by any big cities. But we did go out there. And then what did we do after that? I went to the Safari Park, San Diego Zoo Safari Park. If you haven't seen my Pokemon video, go check it out. Not right now. I only have 17 of y'all. I don't want to lose like half of y'all. But that was fun. It was cool because some people were like I could see them wanting to look, but not really. So they're turning their head but keep their eyes on me. I have my oldest son record it for me. I go, hey man, go record that bird right there. And then I'm gonna move in the screen and just keep recording. He was like, what? I go, just record that bird for me. I'm gonna move in the screen. You tell me when I'm on screen, and then I'm gonna do something. He goes, I don't know what that sounds weird. I'm like, just record. So then when I drove, when I recorded it, I showed him what I was doing. He thought it was funny. So then he recorded me throughout the park doing it a lot. I have a few more that I did, but they didn't make the cut because I screwed up something in it. Like there's one where I was like clearly holding my drink in my hand. I was like, what am I doing at this point? It's like killing the vibe. Matt Lodge 44 says, done that drive, the Texas part is the worst. How dare you? No. So hold on. Yes. Texas to California through Arizona and New Mexico, probably. But Texas to Colorado, or Texas to Roswell to Colorado, Colorado to through Arizona to California, that was horrible. I would never do that again. Unless someone's like, here's $10,000. I'm like, all right, I guess I'll do it for $10,000. I'm lying. I'll do it for 5,000 too. But yeah, no, I was that was no. I don't recommend. I don't recommend. I don't recommend driving up or down Arizona or New Mexico. That was yeah. I've had nightmares. Like what was cool? Okay, I'm not gonna lie. What was cool in New Mexico is we saw tumbleweeds fly across the highway. That was cool. That was about it. That was cool. Actually, in Arizona, I'm pretty sure we saw wild horses because there was like nothing around. There was just these random like 58 horses. I was like, man, that's kind of okay. None of them got collars or tags, so that was kind of cool. Other than that, no, I wouldn't recommend it. What did we do? Oh, San Diego Zoo Safari Park. That's right, we did that. That was cool. Oh, I forgot to mention, we went to the Mark says, Sonny, it's just like the movies. It was, dude. It's tripped out. But that Legend 44 says, did you plan a desert only trip? You sound like you avoided major cities. Google Maps avoided major cities. I did not. I clearly did not want to do that. Especially because in the non-major cities, gas was like $6.26 a gallon. It was ridiculous. It was higher priced in Arizona than it was in San Francisco. I was like, dang it. It's like, oh, my price hurts. But I had a Kia Forte, and apparently it's like a 10-gallon tank, so it wasn't that expensive. Maybe 9-gallon tank, I think. But it did pretty good gas mileage. I'll give Kia that one. But most of the time I was doing like 95 miles an hour. So it could probably do better gas mileage if you're going the speed limit. But speaking of speed limits, New Mexico and Arizona, please get with the program. Raise your speed limits. Like their highway speed is like 55. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. In their cities, it's 25. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. In Texas, some of our school zones are higher than 25. That was just like insanely slow to me. I was like, I can't do this. Like, I just got to risk the ticket. I got to risk the ticket. And I just drove regular, normal Texas speeds, which was crazy because I only saw one officer doing radar, and that was in California. And we were all going like 80, 85 miles an hour. And he didn't stop a single one of us. So I was like, I don't really know what he's here for. He's already working for his money at this point. He's not doing his job. That officer is terrible. But yeah, no, it definitely felt like we purposely wanted to see deserts. But yeah, no, that wasn't the case. But yeah, it was pretty bad. The crazy thing was, I told my kid we were going through New Mexico. I was like, oh, we're supposed to go through Albuquerque. He loves Looney Tunes, and there was like, see you in Albuquerque or something like that with Bugs Bunny saying that. He was like, oh man. And then we completely missed Albuquerque. Google Maps was like, nah, bro, just go around this one. So we went around. But let's see, San Diego Safari Park, that's what we did. And then that was it. Then we just rested up, came home on the plane that Tuesday evening. And now we're here. So all in all, it was a fun trip. The driving part, not the best. We did see some sea otters in their natural habitat. That was cool. I love sea otters. I know that how can I say this politely without getting my little yellow check on my live stream? I know sea otters partake in the activity of unwanted physical contact with baby seals, dead or alive. And so they weren't doing that. So thank you. Thank you, baby seals, for not doing that while I was there. Saw in anemone. I was like, whoa, it's weird. It was inside of a rock. So that was cool. Because I was like, never thought I'd see this in my real life. Marcy says, oh no. No, they didn't. They were calm. Saberson says, fighting any dolphins? I did not. I would have, but I didn't. I didn't see any dolphins. Think of it. I've seen dolphins in Corpus Christi. I was like, why can't I see them in the Pacific Ocean? I almost called it Atlantic Ocean. In the Pacific Ocean. Yeah, it's weird. I also didn't see no whales. I was hoping to see a whale at least. Miss Jones says SA baby seals and other. That's how you say it. The SA baby seals. I read that as San Antonio at first. I had to break my mind from saying San Antonio baby seals. I was like, the ones at the zoo? We have porpoises in Galveston. Really? I thought they were dolphins. I don't know. Because Corpus Christi has, I think it's called Dolphin Cove or Dolphin Bay. I was like, it was funny too, because like I was out there with my parents one time, and I was like, why is this called Dolphin Bay? And then all of a sudden I see dolphins. I was like, oh, that explains it. But yeah, they're right there in the. That's gonna be messed up that they were porpoises. And it's called Dolphin Bay. I think it's called Dolphin Bay or Dolphin Cove or something. I know it has the word dolphin in the title. But yeah, here we are now, back at home. I took quite a bit of figures with me. The only ones I really showcased were Where's Waldo and the Hood. But like I had Deadpool with me. I had uh, Vapor, the Burner Edition with me. I had Vaporoni with me. What else did I have? Trying to think, because I didn't unpack my bag yet. So I think I had Goku and Little Kid Goku with me. Krillin, take Krillin everywhere. Didn't really pull him out, but take him everywhere. Miss Joseph started from the bottom. Now we're here. I started from the center. No, I guess yeah, Oceanside and San Diego were the bottom. So yeah, but overall, pretty good trip. I would say Universal Studios definitely worth it. Definitely worth your time going to Universal Studios. I told my kid I got to take him to Six Flags because he just realized that. Well, I told him I was like, yeah, I go to Six Flags because at Universal Studios we saw Gru from Despicable Me, someone dressed up as him. Um, Scooby Doo was also walking around. Mario, Luigi, and Princess Peach. And I told him, he was like, "Do they always do that?" I said, "Yeah, I go to Six Flags, Bugs Bunny, and then walk around." He loved Looney Tunes. He was like, "Oh, dang!" It means I gotta take this guy. Mark C says, "I got the SH figure arts Final Swing Spider-Man the other day. Dope. I've been hearing some people like that one, so that's dope." Um, what else came out? What else? Or what else was in? Oh, y'all saw the Batman Forever McFarlane figures. Those were announced, and those sold out pretty fast in pre-orders. I think at this point, I think I've only ever seen Jim Carrey, the Riddler, available for pre-order. But this guy's cool. I still like this guy. But yeah, so Jim Carrey, the Riddler, I've seen available for pre-order. If y'all are looking for that wave, I don't know where else you can get them. Um, I mean, Entertainment Earth. It's where the players go. I don't know what their slogan is. Actually, I don't think they have a slogan. Now that I think about it. Let's see. I'm trying to put this guy together. That doesn't make sense. That goes there. That goes. There. I did. Okay. Oh, sorry. This one right here. Dumont 9000 says, "I want the McFarlane Dark Seed." McFarlane Dark Seed. I don't know if I saw that one. Was that part of the? Was that in the? Is it the Page Punchers? No, I don't think I saw that one. Must have missed it while I was gone. But yeah, this is a complicated figure right here. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to lie to y'all. Discredit my word. It's a very complicated figure. Dude, by not that, say that again. But he's part of the Page Punchers. That's what I was asking. Oh, Mr. Jones says, "Oh, my Sam Wilson Captain America came in too a few days ago. I saw that figure at Frank and Son. I think they wanted retail for him. That was a pretty good price, but um, I was like, I don't know that I need that figure. It looks cool. I'm not gonna lie, it looks very cool." Doombot 9000 says, "Say that again. I'm not sure what I said or what you're asking about." Darkseid has had the cape and thigh-high boots really high. Man, joining the likes of Mr. Sinister with the thigh-highs. All right, so yeah, this figure, I wanted it to be so much better than it is. A lot of people are like, "This figure is amazing." I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it. Oh, you shared that Dark Seed with me on IG. Okay, cool. I'll have to check it out because I don't remember that then. Oh, 5K Toys was announcing all kinds of stuff for pre-order. I don't know if y'all get from 5K Toys, but they have a new Superman and Black Adam, I think. Old Man Superman and Old Man Black Adam figures that they have available for pre-order right now. But yeah, no, look, this one right here, I mean, these arms are so weird. Like they don't T-pose at all. Like that's not gonna happen unless you want to try to break something. And the arm like shifts up and down off. You see? I don't know if I can see that. See that? I don't know. To me, it's really weird. If you're gonna pose them, like you can pose them cool, I guess. Just I don't know. It's limited. Like every pose has to be a crouching pose for it to look good. Oh, Dark Seed. I just said Dark Seed, right? It's Dark Seed. I don't care. He pronounced Dark Side as Dark Seed, like so. It's Dark Seed. I've always called it Dark Seed. Then we had that. I think we had that conversation before. It should be Dark Sade because it's I before E, except after C you're sounding A is a neighbor away. Dark Sade. That's Dark what? Savage Sage says the Shield 3-pack is a solid pickup too. That's in my loot. Gotta get that done. I gotta get that shipped. Uh, oh man, I just been saying. Oh, that's what you referred to. Yeah, Dark Sade. We're going Dark Sade. Hopefully they'll put out an Agent Anti-Venom reissue down the line. Rebel Tech Merkel looks really dope. What Rebel Tech also made? Oh, you know what I've been hearing that new Batman, that Nightfall Batman, or what is it? Night. I think it's Nightfall Batman, the Moffex. I heard that's a really dope figure too. Oh crap! Damn. Who else was announced? Or Marcy says Dark Seed, Dark Side, Dark Seed, Dark Sade, Dark Sade. I'm gonna get that figure just to do a review and say it wrong the whole time. uh, I didn't even notice it. Okay, all right. What are we talking about? Oh yeah, incorrect spelling. Okay. Um, but yeah, no. So, V. I cannot think of toy company name right now. Is it V? I want to say it's like VK. I don't know. God, I cannot think of the name right now. But there is a new Joker that was released. It looks really good. Like the Heath Ledger, Felix Toys Joker, good. So what is it called? VZ Toys, VB Toys, V something. There's V and then Toys after it. They make a lot of like custom stuff. They sell a lot of third party on there. I know what I'm talking about. Someone knows what I'm talking about. Oh, there we go. Doom by That says, "Yo, I'm posing Knight Crusader for a shot right now. I love the classicness. I'm just gonna pronounce every DC figure name incorrect for the rest of tonight. Just that Superman that 5K Toys has, Old Man Superman. No, but yeah, man, that Night Crusader. There you go. Yeah, that looks dope. Jace Biggs was posting it around. I think Doom by 9000. Did you post it too? I think I might have saw it from you. Jay Hernandez was posting it around too. I was like, it's a pretty nice looking figure. And they said that they like it because of the cape is not as massive as this one, which I really like this one too. This is a cool one. I know I told somebody, I was like, oh, Mofex is terrible. I hate their figures. I'm like, oh, no, I don't. Let's realize how many I have. So now I gotta be like, yeah, they're cool. Good, Good night, Crusader, Crusader. Gave me whiplash. Okay, there you go. Do my not this. Yeah, I posted some hand shots. Okay, I thought so. I thought it was you three that I was looking at. Mr. Joe says, keep saying stuff wrong. I'm gonna bring dog to the chat. I'm pretty sure he's blocked me already. He's blocked this channel somehow. Uh, actually, I think he did because I think someone sent me a screenshot of another chat that we were in, and I was like, what? Where's this guy come from? Or someone referenced him. They were like, good one, dude dog. He probably said something racist about Mexicans. And they were like, good one, dude dog. And I was like, dude dog's in here. I go, but I can't see him. And that's what it was. Yeah, I mean, he had my channel blocked, so I couldn't see his stuff. Oh, this is a good one. I didn't have that one. That's a good one. See that pose? Ooh, I'm just kidding. I'm not like that. I know there are some people like, oh, look. Okay, I shouldn't be talking about people, but there are some people that it's mostly on Facebook that I see it. But they'll have like they'll post a figure like, oh, such a good figure, poses so well. I'm like, show us. That's messed up. It's messed up. But that's why I'm like, I won't ever be like, oh, it poses so well. I'll be like, oh, it has great articulation. Because if my pose doesn't look good, I don't want y'all to be like, man, you thought that was a good pose? No, I'll be lying like, nah, I was trying to show off the articulation. That's why I did that. It wasn't. And then I'll go home and cry. If I'm not already at home. If I'm already at home, I'll just start crying immediately. No, but this figure, I like this one. I think she'll go good with the Venom. But yeah, no, I wanted to like that Agent Venom so much more. It is still cool. Like it's a cool figure. It's the arms are limited and it's really irritating to me. Uh-oh, I just broke her leg off. That's the thing about Rebel Tech, kids. Break easy. No, they don't break. They come off easy. But yeah, this is a cool figure. I do like this one. What else was happening in the toy news era? Oh, did y'all see Hasbro had like a ridiculous clearance sale on a bunch of stuff? Um, I missed out on the 2-pack Shield agents. The Shield agents? Yeah, the ladies. I missed out on that. Those went for like $27 or something like that. Or like dirt cheap. I think the Squadron Supreme, am I getting that right? Those were on clearance. A lot of stuff was on clearance for good prices. So if you missed it, I feel bad for your son. I got 99 problems. Hasbro Pulse is one. No. Oh, and then the HasLab. Space Starbucks is what I'm calling it. But it's a 3.75 inch scale. So $400 for a 3.75 inch scale. The Not the Black Series, the Vintage Collection. Which that's a steep price. But it's a diorama. Or you can pay $500 for the deluxe version. I don't know what the numbers are at right now, but I do think I think it was either Toy Shiz or Preternia that posted within like 2 hours or a few hours. They're up to like 2,000 backers. I think they only need 8,000 to fund it. So much luck to them, and good luck to anybody who would like that um, HasLab pack. It would have been cool if it was for the Black Series, but I have a feeling that if it was for Black Series, for them to boost it up to a 6-inch scale, it would cost a lot more money for that. Mark C says, wow. Yeah, it's cool too because they said it came with some characters that people have been asking for and begging for on websites and forums and stuff like that. So that's good. Those people finally get those figures that they wanted. That's cool. That's always good to see. Mr. Jones says, I think HasLab Ecto 1 was teased. It was. Because they have the little Ghostbuster logo and it's a wheel. It's like, what else could it be? But then you kind of think too, it's like Ghostbusters has only been doing 1/1 scale props so far, right? Like they did the proton pack and then the little trap thing. What is it called? The little box, little shoe box that opens up. So I don't know. It'd be a jump for them to go to the 6-inch scale, but that would be dope if they had that Ecto 1. I think they'll kill it with that Ecto 1, and it'll get way more backers than the Engine of Vengeance did. Mark C says Tonika sisters. Apparently their likenesses are wicked expensive. Why? Oh, I know. I would do the same thing. Like if they're like, we're gonna make characters videocracy, Sonny, we need your likeness because you're an essential part of this 5-pack that we're gonna put on Amazon. And Luke Wilson will be like, I'll do it for 100,000. Terry Crews is like, I'll do it for 75,000. Dak Shepard's like, I'll do it for 75,000. I'll be like, I need $286,014 for my likeness because I'm not a millionaire. So of course my likeness will cost more because I got to eat off of that money. Dubai 9000 says they probably won't do another Black Series HasLab. Right. Both failed. Wait, was it both? No. It was the Rancor and then that lightsaber thing. Marcy says, I don't know what's the most expensive HasLab at this point. The $500 Proton pack, I'd say, was the most expensive. Although this one has that $500 deluxe pack, so I think that's probably those two. I think $500. Mark Z says, Sonny, I need that money to eat fish stick tacos. That's right, baby. I need to live fancy, live the life. No, but yeah, so that might have been why. Because you know what I'm saying? Like, if you have a ton of money, obviously you don't need a lot of money still. I mean, you could still be like, oh, I'm greedy, I want more. But if you don't have a lot of money, I can totally see why you're like, no, I can't just let y'all take that from me. That's mine. I need my face. Or you could have my face, but you gotta pay me money for my face. And so I could see that. Man, I can't remember what this came from. Anybody know? Anybody out there? That came from? I pulled it out of this pile of accessories. And I'm like, where did this come from? Where did it come from? I just play that game all the time on Instagram. Where did this come from? Oh, Rick Jones says Jabba's cell barge was $500, and apparently that hit like $2,000, right, or something like that as soon as it released. That's insane. Man, what is this from? I'm looking around like I don't know what this is from. Oh wait, is it from Nightwolf? No, it's not. It's not Shiva. It's not Kano. I'll figure it out. Yeah, that cell barge. It was that cell barge. Was it vintage collection or Black Series? That I never found out, or I never looked into. To be honest, I didn't look into it. Let me know in the comments. Mark C says the sad realization. I don't know why I read that wrong. I've been thinking about Dark Seed all night. The sad realization hit me that Power Rangers hasn't had a HasLab. How unfortunate. I think the closest to a Power Rangers HasLab was actually the Mezco Power Rangers pack. It's the closest you're gonna get to something. But what could they do? Like the Zordon base? What was it called? The base where they talk to Zordon? Because they have the Zordon that came with Alpha 5, I believe it was. Came with that Zordon. Oh, Megazord? 112 scale Megazord? Does. Makes the most sense. Man. I'd have to put him right there somewhere near the Galactus Sentinel. Oof. That would be a hefty HasLab. Because if you look at it, even with Galactus' size, I can't put 5 Power Rangers inside of his head. That won't work. Man, that would be cool. The Power Chamber. Serpentera. An actual Megazord. Miss Jones says, we'll have to see what Playmates does with Power Rangers now. Oh, that's right. They got that. Marcy says, Dark Spectre. Olu says, Green Ranger Flute HasLab. But there is a Green Ranger Flute out there already that's pretty pricey. God, who had it? Someone that I was chatting with has that. I can't think who it is. But yeah, I've chatted with someone who has a flute. So I don't know. I don't know if they'd be able to do that. Or like actually if they did HasLab of 1/1 scale prop replica weapons of all the 5 original Rangers, that might be cool. That'd be pricey. I'd say about $700, but I think people would buy it. Rick Jones says Black Series Cantina would be the size of 2 dinner tables. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I need. Need that in my life. Every day would look like a new scene. 2 dinner table size HasLab Cantina. But no, that was one. I was like, weren't someone else supposed to talk about it? But now, that's what it was. The Black Series or the Star Wars HasLab. See, Mark C says, I thought they had the prop replicas for red, blue, and yellow. I don't know. I know I've seen the green flute, but I don't know about the other ones. Or get the black axe that Zach had with a sharpened blade, metal sharpened blade on the end. That'd be dope. I'll buy that. You chopping trees with that out here? People like, man, that's so player. I'll be like, it is player, isn't it, player? They'd be like, yeah, that's so player. But yeah, no, I mean, because yeah, Megazords would have to be the way they'd go. I think they could get it. I think they could fund if they did Megazords. Because you would probably get people who don't even care about action figures buying that Megazord just for the nostalgia feel and stuff like that. I think they should do it. If anybody hears from Hasbro listening, go ahead and do it. Buy back the license from Playmates. And by the way, Playmates is gonna mess up Power Rangers. I'm gonna put that out there right now. I feel like they're gonna mess up Power Rangers. Their quality is not the same as Hasbro. I don't see it happening. I don't think those Stranger Things figures look any good with the Ninja Turtle packs. I don't think they look that good. So I don't know. I think that they're gonna. Granted, they'll make non-collector grade stuff probably pretty good, but as far as collector grade stuff, I don't think it's gonna happen with them fools, Playmates. I don't think it's gonna happen. And I don't even know how long is their contract. Is it done? It's probably done. Olu says, I'm excited for HasLab season. Makes for great entertainment. It does. It does. Obi-Wan Chigoda says Playmates did a great 84 Voltron. Hey Olu, did you see the Odd Frog Entertainment? Nope, it's not Odd Frog Entertainment. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Odd Frog Entertainment's Bandito. It's looking pretty nice. They put some more pictures out. Rick Jones says Playmates Godzilla figures are embarrassingly bad. Marcy says, I don't buy a lot of Playmates toys. I feel like their Power Ranger toys would be similar to Bandai America's figures. Yes, those Dragon Stars, Dragon Ball Z figures compared to SH Figure Arts are garbage. I'll say it out loud. They're garbage. It's no comparison. Zero comparison to SH Figure Arts Dragon Ball Z figures compared to those Super Ball, Superstar. What did I call it? What did I call it? Whatever they are, Bandai America. Yeah, they don't make that great of figures. Like Bandai America made Chainsaw Man, but he looks like Duplo version of Chainsaw Man. Garbage. Mr. Jones says, I can't afford SHF, so Dragon Stars. Thank you. I was like, what did I just call? I bought the Dragon Stars. I do have a few of those, but when a friend of mine put a SH Figure Arts Goku in my hand, I was like, never again. Oh, since I get the Bandito, it comes out in 2028. That's about right. That's about right. They're going a lot slower. Yeah. Hey, did you get the ramen racer? I saw that's been making its rounds people's hands. Marcy says I was thinking more of the Bandai America Power Ranger figures, the 5-inch ones. Oh, before they sold off to Hasbro, the ones that they had the flip head. Yeah, those look terrible. Those look just as bad as they did when I got mine back in the 90s. Rome Collector 84 says all the anime hero line is cheap. That's what it is. Anime heroes. That's what they're called. They have the Dragon Stars and then they have the anime hero. And those, yeah. This was like they look like the drowning victims of SH Figure Arts. Like if SH Figure Arts drowned and bloated, that's what they would look like. I'm not a fan. That's what I'm trying to say. They are just above Best Action for me. And I know some people will get mad. They're like, Best Action's been doing better now. I don't care. Not good enough. They haven't sent me anything free. I don't care. Marcy says, oh no. Miss Jones says, I have all the anime heroes One Piece ones. Oh man, dude, I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry. Hey, the new SH Figure Arts One Piece figures look pretty dope. I'm not a fan of One Piece. I have one dude, but I don't know what his name is. The main guy, I guess. I have his figure. Mark C says, adding Best Action to Beefus. Add them on today. Who else is on there? You have Daryl on there. A lot of people were complaining. I saw a lot of people complaining about NECA and Super 7 because of Pride Month. And I was like, boo, get better articulation. I don't care really about that stuff. Like, it's a toy company. Who cares? I was like, make better action figures. Get some double joints, Super 7. Speaking of Super 7, they are going to release Bobby Digital, the RZA, and what is their line called? Ultimates, Super 7 Ultimates, Bobby Digital. And oh man, Olu's still waiting to pay shipping for both the ramen racers. Man. Dude, what was the shipping? What was the final shipping cost? Because them fools over at Ramen America, I don't know what they were at, but they were arguing with me left and right about the shipping cost. I was like, man, that's a lot of money though. And they're like, but look how cheap the car is. I'm like, but look at the shipping. They were like, well, you can't get that in HasLab, blah, blah, blah. I was like, dude, it's the same cost as the HasLab at this point. That shipping. If you waited if you wait. If you got the early bird, cool. But yeah, because at one time, at one point, I think it was like $80 for shipping or something crazy. And they're like, well, that's if you want it shipped on an airplane, but you want it shipped on a boat. I'm like, I want it driven to my house on an Uber. But yeah, it was too much. I was like, nah, I'm all right. $90 for two. That's what it was. Okay. Man, it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot of shipping. Mark C said a lot of people going out of their way to be the homophobe, but surprise, but it's secondhand levels of embarrassing. I was just like, get better articulation, make the joints looser. Yelling from the back. Hey, by the way, I found I guess I should make a video with this action figure hack. You live in Texas and it gets over 100 degrees, leave your action figures in your car. They will be so easy to move and pose around. Happens every summer and every spring and every fall and every half of winter here in Texas. So make sure if you need to loosen up your figure, leave it in the hot Texas sun inside your car, and it'll be perfect for you, like a warm cookie. Just, oh, look at the knee. It bends so nicely. By the way, I do got a review coming for y'all soon. So make sure y'all stay tuned, check it out. Turn on notifications if you haven't already. If you're new here, Marcus E says Sonny's hack for softer and more yellow action figures. It might yellow. It might yellow them. It's just the first time. Just put it in there for the first time, take it out, bend it around, and then put it back in your house. But for the first time, yes, go ahead and do that. Open once you go to says people complain because there was a 3 to 4 month delay on that racer. Holding on to all the that money can gain a company decent interest after 3 to 4 months. Oh, I bet. It's very, very. That's what I'm looking for. Very good perspective on that. Well, that's when people were tripping out because they're like, what was it? The Bandito. They're saying if you pre-order, they won't collect your money until all the orders have been made or whatever. But what their issue is the fact that it's the Bandito, and that was the one that dude ran out with everybody's money. Miss Jones said, you leave an action figure in a hot car in Texas, it will turn to Play-Doh. That is true with Marvel Legends. I forgot what Marvel Legends I had in the car, and I'm like, holy crap. Like, I didn't know their thigh had articulation. Their thigh could bend whichever way you wanted it to in the hot Texas sun. So yeah, that is true about some of them. But by the way, this is still one of the dopest figures around. Sentinel Spider-Gwen. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all can be like, son, if you say it again, I'm unsubscribing. I'll be like, well, then close your ears. So I'm about to say it again. But yeah, now I still love this figure. I need to put more photos of it. All I do is pose it around. Again, like I said, I'm not the professional poser. I mean, I am at work. I pretend to be a real supervisor. Total poser there. But yeah, no, this is, I love this figure. I would venture to say it's better than the Miles Morales. I'll say that. Yeah, this is a cool figure. All right, let me put that back. 12:04. Ooh, we're running up on an hour and a half. I do gotta go here in a few minutes. I do want to appreciate everybody who tuned in today. Thank you very much for coming back after a month of not seeing any live streams from me. I plan to give y'all more content soon. So be on the lookout for new content. The new video that I have out is a little bit of different style. Well, no, I feel like it's a different feel. So I'll let y'all decide when y'all watch it. All 17 of y'all, when y'all watch it. Mercy, a whole month. Yes, it was a whole month, man. It's because I got stuck. I couldn't. It was gonna be 1 a.m. when I landed in California, and I had internet service, which turns out, even though I was on my sister-in-law's Wi-Fi, my internet was still crap, so I couldn't really live stream anywhere in California. Uh, let's see, what's up with the Texas Toy Wranglers? Yeah, me and Screw Toys. You know, I don't know if y'all heard. There's a lot of beef in Texas because we got a lot of cows. No, we couldn't find time to match. I messaged him right before, or he messaged me right before I left California. And we were like, yeah, man, we gotta line him up somehow and get back on that, because I thought it was fun. It was fun for me. I hope y'all had fun with it too. I think we got like 4 subscribers, so we don't want to let y'all down. That's my thing. I don't care how many subscribers I have, how many viewers I have. Thank y'all for coming each time that y'all come up here. I appreciate that. Make sure that we give y'all some content to enjoy. So yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I was thinking about that the other day too. I was in California though, but I was thinking, man, we gotta get that back going up because was I in California? Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, yeah. All right, Doom by 9,000. Oh wait, Mark C says we separated due to irreconcilable differences. No, like we were all like, "Hey, join us next week," and then nothing for like 4 months. Doom by 9,000 says, "I hope y'all keep the Wranglers going." Texas, yeah, that's UT. Also, rock on. Yeah, no. I do want to get that back going on. So I gotta hit him up, see when he's free. Just try to get something out there. So that was fun. It was fun having that going. So, and I know with him, being able to work with a big star like me, I was in Idiocracy. I knew that was like a dream come true for him, and just the fact that I can't take that away from him, and I just that's my way of giving back to the community. Is by doing the show with other people who weren't in a movie like Idiocracy. Oh, there you go. Mr. Jones says, I'm going to join the Wranglers. Man, do a 3-way. That doesn't sound right. Like, as I was saying that, I was like, that's not, it's not. Sonny Screw Jones, that's what we could call it. See, that doesn't work. Mark, see, summer 2024 is for the boys, and by the boys, it's Sonny and Screwed. Savage Saint says, wasn't the Hasbro Moffitt Spidey posing controversy? Probably. It might have been it. It might have been it. But yeah, no, I'm gonna get y'all something. I'm gonna get that worked out. He and I will overlook our differences in schedules and figure that out. So we'll get y'all something to go. We always say, oh, we're gonna keep it at an hour. And then we're like 58 minutes in, we're like, dude, we should really talk about what we meant to talk about. So the first hour will probably just be me and him catching up. I'm not gonna lie. It's probably what it's gonna be. But yeah, next Monday, next Monday, I'm gonna go again for Kill Tony. Wish me luck. Try to get on there so I can become famous, and then just forget about all my friends and family of the past and move forward and just have like rich friends and stuff like that. That's my goal basically in life. So we'll see if that happens. Oh, I do got a show actually. The 21st. I have a show on the 21st. I'm gonna try to record it, hopefully get good sound, and so I can post that up. Of course, if you're a channel member, I'm gonna post it up anyway. Hopefully, again, like I said, if it has good sound, I'll post it up. Sometimes I can increase the sound a little bit. Sometimes I can't. It sucks. But yeah, so I have that show next on the 21st, this Friday, 9 p.m. A real life perspective show. He and I will be live streaming. He lives down the street, a few miles. I live here. So we're gonna talk about 80s and 90s stuff. It's a fun show. It's a fun show. I've seen one. He had my homie Clint from Ritalin Kids on there. I don't know if y'all know who Ritalin Kids are. They had a hit song or two back in the day. But he had my homie Clint on there, and that was cool. It was cool to see them interact and stuff like that. But so yeah, so I'll be on there this Friday with him at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Mr. Jones says, still sunny from the blockers, right? Mark C says, Tony is garbage, but go and get that bread and break a leg. Tony is garbage. He puts a lot of people on. It's ridiculous. How much exposure you get from that show and how many more bookings and the price that you can then charge if you get on the show and do good. Let me put it out there that way. But yeah, so we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, so we'll see. Get y'all some more content here coming soon. Don't y'all worry about it. And like I said, me and Screw Toys, we're gonna make up. This is our internet connection, by the way, coming together. We're gonna make up and get y'all some. We'll get some Texas Wranglers out there. See if we can get Mr. Jones on there. I know he had always wanted to have some guests on the show, but just because he doesn't like talking to me, so we'll see what we can do. Get that done. But again, I appreciate all of y'all tuning in. Thank y'all very much. If there's anybody new here, cool. Thanks. Welcome aboard. So shout out to everyone. Everyone should go to Sis Touch Tips. What is that? This is internet connections. That's internet connections. But yeah, shout out to everyone that came through. Obi-Wan Chigonas, Morgacy, Mr. Jones, Mad Logic 44, Savage Saints, Doombot 9000, Clockwork Orgy was here, Olu was here. Who else was here? Let's see. Rome Collector 84 was here. I know Mark Rose was here. Rick Jones. Did I miss anybody? I hope I didn't. Hope I did not miss anybody. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Marcus, you. Okay. But yeah, anyways, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Y'all have yourselves a great night. And like I said, look for more content coming soon. See y'all in 2 weeks. Touch tips with the teeth. I'm leaving Mark C. That is very inappropriate. No, I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good week.